Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Squat Cobbler. We're recording this on Google Hangouts, which apparently, as we started the Hangout up, is going to go away. So we'll hopefully find ways to keep recording it. We'll sort it out. But I'm Kelly Toole at KELLYTHUL on Twitter and Instagram.
And I'm Mike at Official Pagan on everything, but let's be serious, just use Instagram.
Yeah, maybe we'll use Instagram to record future Squat Cobblers since the evil overlords of Google continue to haunt us in different ways.
Do you ever use the video functions on Instagram, Kelly?
Minimally, and basically all I have done is on occasion upload a small snippet or two that I'd recorded just on my phone camera, and then I'll kick it up from there. But I've not used kind of Instagram native video. Have you?
No, I haven't. I've uploaded a few like really short clips, and I've gotten some like decent view numbers, particularly the more recent ones. So I'll probably keep doing that, but I don't know if I would get to a point where, like, I do see people do live videos and things on there. I'm not sure that I'm at that point with it yet. I am in a new secured bunker location, and we're doing a lot of construction here, including building a very large recording studio. So who knows, maybe I'll document some progress or something on there, but I haven't delved that far into the live streaming aspect of that yet.
Yeah, I think that would actually be some pretty cool content to see progress being made on the bunker. That would be very cool.
No, I have also decided to invest in those cameras that you recommended. You had mentioned that you can like share that video feed with other people. So how does that work exactly?
You download the app, you do create an ID and password to go in. Each individual does, and then you can go to your camera and share it to that ID. So the person has to tell you what their ID is, which I think it's been a while since I set it up. I believe it's like the actual email address, but you can just kind of share it and connect that way. So it's not so much a broadcast to many, although I guess if you had a bunch of people with the app, you could share with all of them and they could simultaneously view, I would assume.
Interesting, because like one of the things that I have thought about, while my current property is large, it's obviously not like a venue, but I do know a lot of bands, and a lot of times when bands are coming through, they'll stop by and things like that. And now I'll have a full operating studio, so a lot more people will be in here. So I was thinking about doing some sort of live broadcasts from here as well, with bands playing a few songs.
Yeah, play around with that a little bit and see. We can as you get those installed, we can goof around and see if we can get that working, because that would be excellent. And I think you're going to see really good quality. It's a high-def camera. The image quality is great. You're well lit, which I know isn't usually your thing, but if you're well lit, I think it would work out pretty well.
Nice. I'm just trying to think of what the best delivery method for that content would be.
Yeah, well, while I'm a little frustrated about whatever's going on here with Google Hangouts, the actual YouTube Live option's pretty good. Facebook Live's not probably too bad either. So some things to think about there.
I did do a YouTube live stream maybe like a year and a half ago or something like that, when I was playing some ambient stuff, just me. I did like 45 minutes or so, and it got a decent amount of views, and people seemed to like it, but I went back to rewatch it. The audio was just all over the place.
Yeah, that could be a problem depending on how you're mic'd up, and that could be a bit of a challenge.
Yeah.
All right. Well, today, gang, we're here because number 2 on my celebrity friends list, just behind Rebekah, I only pretend to like Mike so I don't hurt his feeling, but Kelly's my favorite Kennedy, is Gerald Webb. Our good friend Gerald got a hold of me and mentioned that he and Christopher Ray, who he works a lot with in film production, have a new movie coming out called Staged Killer, and it's going to be released on Netflix on June 25th. And he thought, Gerald's a big friend of the Snarkalec, the live tweeting activity and all that stuff we do on Twitter. And so he says, hey, maybe we can set something up. And he'd look to corral some of the cast, and we could watch it together and tweet along with it like we do for the bad sci-fi movies, which I think is a fantastic idea. Logistically, we'll talk through that a little bit, see how that's going to actually work. It's not unlike what Mike and I have been trying to do with Squat Cinema, and we'll probably talk a little bit about that and when we're going to kind of make another run at that. But for Gerald's movie, Staged Killer, we're looking to actually do it on Saturday, June 29th. At 8 p.m. Central Time, and it's about an hour and a half long movie, and it's on Netflix. And so the logistical fun will be how to kind of connect up, make sure everybody's there, have everybody queue their Netflix account up, and kind of give it the old 3, 2, 1, go, so that we can start basically at the same point and be able to kind of talk about the movie at the same points. So that's my current thinking, Mike. You got any any holes in that plan? Any suggestions you'd like to make differently?
Well, before we delve too deeply into this, I just realized there are 2 major things we forgot to do at the front of the show.
There's one major thing we forgot to do.
No, there's two major things that we forgot to do.
No, there's not. There's one.
No,
there's one.
There definitely is. There's one that you're forgetting, and that's saying
Squirrel
wagon. The second one. The second one is to tell everybody to like and subscribe on whatever format it is that you're consuming Squat Cobbler. Make sure you subscribe to us. We say all kinds of fun things like
Squirrel
Wagon, and we set up cool events like this that nobody else is going to deliver to you. Give us free stuff.
So I think the give us free stuff part, I'm willing to move to 2 key points to make it every Squat Cobbler, but I prefer like and subscribe and give us free stuff. So as a reminder,
3 key points to every Squat Cobbler.
The 2 key points. The second one that everyone needs to remember is, hey, if you happen to make stuff fun and interesting, Mike and I will gladly take free copies of it, whatever it might be, and we'll give you a glowing review, whatever it might be. But you need to give it to us. You need to send it to us. So get a hold of us, and we'll give you all the information you need.
Yes. Send us free stuff. We like free stuff. I'll even give you like one of my Garbage Pail Kids cards or something like that in exchange if the object you're giving us retails for thousands of dollars.
And it'd take me a little more work to kind of get it set up on the 3D printer, but I might be able to create the Squat Cobbler token, and we can send them a Garbage Pail Kid and a Squat Cobbler token, freshly 3D printed. And so just start,
for just thousands of dollars worth of your product.
Yeah. Send us that $500 drone. We'll get you a token and a card. What a deal. And you get the Squat Cobbler Bump, which is...
You're basically ripping us off.
Yeah, it's a gift.
Speaking of Squat Cobbler Bump, because we're going off on this crazy tangent now in the middle of it, as we are wont to do it on occasion, there was a band that we gave a significant push to, and now they're really starting to get a little bit of a groundswell on the underground circuit. They have just announced some new tour dates. They are friends of ours. So there's a band, I forget their Guns N' Roses, that's going to be doing some more shows, and I think that's directly because of us. They've decided to extend their current tour with some more North American tour dates. And I'm pretty sure you can link their success directly to the Squat Cobbler Bump.
Yeah, and I know that in discussions they were pretty committed to it, that if you buy the concert program, you'll see on the inside of the first sleeve, they're the official house band of Squat Cobbler.
Well, the opening band. Pagan would be like the house
band.
Yeah.
That's fair. They're the opening act for the official house band of Squat Cobbler.
All right, so getting back to the topic at hand, since Kelly took us down this long and winding road.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's okay, sir. I'm used to it at this point. How many episodes of this are we into?
This would be episode 89.
So we're almost at 100 of these. We did over 100 counting the specials, Snarkalec Radio. We have something else on the way that there's a great number of. So we've done hundreds of shows together over the years. So we're quite the dynamic pair at doing this, and yet we still can't remember to tell people to like and subscribe at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, it seems like such a simple thing. It seems like something we could master.
You would think like 500 of these in, we would really have that down.
So I think, though, for Squat Cobbler, because it's no nurture and support, and so I think we're just a little sloppy in it. And in terms of, even when I was doing the blog post for the longest time, if you go back, and I'll try and fix them sometime. Nurture and support, Mel was great. She would always go and include all that information on, here's how you can find us on iTunes and Stitcher and this and that. And that's just a repeatable piece of text that I neglected to put on, I would say 80 of the Squat Cobbler podcasts. And so, but I've begun doing it now, so we're getting there. But
I mean, that's on brand, though.
It's going to be really exciting to kind of get everybody back together. We were able to do that recently. Sci-Fi had a movie on where a lot of the gang got back together to live tweet on, and I'm kicking some stuff out on Twitter, and we'll continue to do so. So if you hear this, hit me up on Twitter with the hashtag Staged Killer and just say I'm in, and I'll include you in a Twitter list, and we'll kind of keep pinging people, giving them logistical information, and hopefully we get a nice big crew to watch it. And Gerald's going to bring some talent with him to participate with us, which always makes this a lot more fun. So what we're going to want folks to do is kind of continue to keep their eyes out on Twitter for information about it. Then at 8 p.m. Central, which would be 9 p.m. Eastern, yes. And earlier, it would be
I like to call it real time.
And yesterday for Rachel Rigda in Australia, then we'll let that rip out. So we'll send you the information, get in there. My guess right now is since it comes out on the 25th, I'll watch the beginning of it and see if I can find a good part at the beginning titles to pause it and kind of get an idea about where that's at in the movie, and then let everybody know, okay, bring it up in Netflix, get to 45-second mark, hit pause and wait, and then we'll give everybody a go, and then we'll get watching it, and then we can have some fun together. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be really cool, and I greatly appreciate Gerald reaching out. It's a good idea. He's always been a great supporter of the shows, and he creates some really fun stuff. He acts in some really fun stuff. So it'd be great to show him a little bit of support.
Absolutely. I think this is going to be a fun event. It's bringing back that sort of community feel that we had with the Snarkalec, which I feel like we need to get back to. We need to get people, energized again, get people organized again. I would love to have another Snark stock. Or if not, maybe it's time for an inaugural Squat Cobbler event.
Yeah, what do we call that?
Squat in? Squat Squad?
Squat Squad. Cobbler Club.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Cobbler Fest. Because I don't know about Squat Fest. I'm not sure that's the shirt you want to be walking around with.
No, you don't think so?
You'd probably be pretty down with it, but there might be some who are reluctant.
Well, I'll tell you what. If we can get a good number of the core Snarkalec base, I could definitely host something here at my bunker.
That might be a good location for the first Cobbler Fest. And we could do a live squat cobbler from the bunker. It can all be good. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe have a couple bands come down and play. Everybody takes some psychedelics. There's a lot of rooms in here. Who knows what's happening in them?
It was the Psychedelic Furs. Mike's going to be giving out CDs and music that way. So that'd be good. Yeah. Sounds
I like
good.
How you brought that full circle.
Just kind of bring it back around because that's what we do here. Yeah, and then we're going to give the old Squat Cinema another shot. We actually had a lot of fun when we did the trial run of Evil Bong. We had some new folks come in and join us for a while. Mike was able to provide a lot of color commentary on the movie itself. We're still sorting through a little bit of lag issues with that, and then in particular, the challenge with Rabbit is that's great if someone knows what Rabbit is and they're on it and they've got an ID, but if they don't, it's harder to get kind of the known gang in together. But we'll, my guess is over the next couple of weeks, Mike and I'll find another option, and there's a bunch of good ones out there. We might want to watch. I don't know if you knew, Mike, but we had a number one on Amazon Video at one point in time.
Wait, we did?
I believe we did.
How have we never brought this up?
I know. Just for those few folks out there that, since we haven't brought it up before, our summer vacation on Amazon Prime is available and well regarded, highly rated on IMDb. And that might be a nice one. And that's a nice short, that'd be good there because that's a short little run, high quality, so much quality jammed in so little time. We could maybe do something like that to kind of give that another test run and see how because they just revised Rabbit's interface and it's a train wreck for me. so we'll have to sort through that. And Facebook just offered some co-viewing opportunities as well, called a watch party kind of idea, but it has to be videos that are available kind of within the Facebook framework. And I don't believe that's going to work for most of our stuff. So
probably not. No. What was interesting about Squat Cinema, our first go around there with Evil Bong, is I'm pretty sure that's the first time you've watched. I'm primarily a musician, but I do occasionally make movies. I'm pretty sure that's the first time you watched one of my movies, right?
That is correct.
And since then, I'm sure you've consumed all of them. Now, obviously, Faces of Snuff is your favorite, but would you say Evil Bong is second?
A distant second to Faces of Snuff, which is, because now become my Christmas gift to members of the family. That's a good thing. The clergy, I guess, get it out to everybody I can because it's, in a way, it is a holiday movie. So I make sure I get Faces of Snuff out there. What was the quote from the one critic of?
Oh, there were so many good ones.
There was something about this is so not right or something like that.
Oh, so there was one. It really wasn't a critic quote. We ran into there were a number of critics who band together to protest Vimeo hosting the digital screener copies, which is how critics saw it to review it. Critics would get a code to go on Vimeo to screen the movies so they could write the review prior to the DVD release without sending out physical copies to try and curtail some of the bootlegging, which happened anyway. It did leak out shortly before the DVDs actually hit. But we did pretty good though. Like I don't think it leaked out until like days before the physical DVD was in stores. But we did that, and a bunch of critics were so offended by it that they petitioned Vimeo to remove it. And Vimeo, can't watch everything that's on their network or that they're hosting for things like this. So I guess they took the time to actually watch Faces of Snuff after that. They were not pleased with the final result of the film. And they sent us a strongly worded letter that ended with, "This is definitely not okay." So I took that. I designed some ads to promote the movie, and one of the ads I ended up designing quoted Vimeo in bold letters at the top. This is definitely not okay.
In our yet to come into existence merchandise shop for Squat Cobbler, we'll include "This is not okay" in it as well, a T-shirt there, which would actually be a great T-shirt.
I think that would be an excellent T-shirt. What's important though is, and maybe we should give people a little bit of heads up just in case. It does look like Gerald's movie is probably in like the R-rated sort of category.
Yeah, it looks to me like that. Yeah, I'm going to guess it's going to be in that category.
Now, Shane and I, Following Faces, is not for actually making our first more family-friendly film, which Kelly will be making a small appearance in.
Continue.
Well, no, I'm just pointing out that, if Gerald's movie is a little bit too rough for you guys, we're going to have some family-friendly fare for you soon.
Yeah, I'm still super concerned. We chatted about this a little bit briefly as we got ready to go record today, is that, so I'm big fans of your and Shane's work together. However, if I were to entrust two individuals to make the determination of, yeah, that's PG-13 content, you are not it. Neither one of you are it at all.
We have certain guidelines that we're going by. I believe there's no F words. And the only violence is sort of comical. So now here's the thing that's going to be good. Now I don't want to give too much away. I'm shooting my segment for it super hard R, and then we're going to do something funny with that to make it more PG-13 friendly.
Boy, that's a shocker, total shocker that it's going to take editing processes to pull your stuff back.
But yeah, we are going to deliver some family-friendly fare that Kelly be a part of. But it looks like Gerald's movie is definitely more in the R-rated thriller category.
It's in the thorough genre, and in fact, keeping in line with our neglect of the right kind of intro to the show and all that, we've talked about the movie, but we didn't really describe it at all. So I would like to read from IMDb the description of Staged Killer, which is: when former co-host Jake Everett works his way back into the professional life of popular TV morning show host Naomi Spencer, the show's success skyrockets. But Naomi's personal life begins to fall apart. And by fall apart, it means people be dying. There'd be some killing going on.
People be dying would be a good shirt, too.
That'd be an excellent shirt, because Jake Everett does not appear to be all that stable a character. So it should be really fun. Look, there's a clip if you go to IMDb and bring up Staged Killer. They've got a nice little trailer for it. Looks like it'll be a fun thriller movie. Not the family-friendly fare that Mike and Shane are putting together, but I still think quite enjoyable.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, since we waited to the very end of the show to describe the movie that we're recommending people watch,
well, it was all build up. That's what you do. Showmanship.
That's right. Oh, that's what it was. Awesome. I knew it was something like that. Okay, on that note, we just really encourage you folks to join us on June 29th at 8 p.m. Central Time. That's 9 p.m. real time, apparently. And
the only time that counts.
And the only thing you're going to need, well, you're going to need a couple things. You're going to need a Twitter account. You're going to need a timekeeping device and an understanding of time zones. And you're going to need Netflix access. So have all those in place, and we should be good to go. On that note, I have nothing for this additional for this week, Mike. You?
No, I would say that's it, sir.
Excellent.
Make sure you join us, everybody.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you. All right, I'm going to stop the broadcast.